Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Like, what? You know, she probably can't even understand me, right? Hey, man, we love this word, man.
Come on, man.
We love this word.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, man, I'm so excited that somebody actually came to listen,
Come on, bro.
right? And that legion just went away. You got to name this one.
Hey,
I can't wait to see what Ahrayah named this one.
oh, man.
Look, he thinking now, look.
Oh,
All right, let's bring out some scriptures, brother.
I got something.
Oh, there you go. All right, let's get them ready. Get the scriptures ready real quick. All right.
Ahrayah.
Hey, brother, we
Legion
want to
attack and
prove who
fail.
you are according to the Bible. Because anybody can just say it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can just tell you, well, you're an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? But we got to prove who are the Israelites. Matter of fact, guess what? I'm not going to say nothing yet. I'm going to let the Bible speak, and you tell me who this stuff happened to. Okay? Go ahead, King.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are
What
black.
color are they?
They are black unto the ground. And the cry of Jerusalem is going
Right?
up.
Because he said that they're different colors of brown. Right? Right? They're different colors of brown. You know what I'm saying? So the scriptures say that Judah mourneth, they are black unto the ground. Right? Go to 17 and 4. Watch this. See, the problem was, brother, we discontinued from who we were. Right? That's why we call ourselves Black, African American. When you call yourself African American, you're calling yourself two different continents. Is that a nation? Right? Africa come from a guy named Leos Africanus. Right? He conquered Africa, right? And then it was and then it was America came from America Vespucci, which was an Italian map maker. Do you come from two white men? Two white men can't even make a baby. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna show you who you are. Matter of fact, I want you to find out, because I'm gonna read something and just see if it fit you, okay? See if it fit your people. Instead of me telling you, let the Bible speak and see if it fit you. Okay.
Spirit, right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4.
This is why you call yourself Black, African American. Go.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage, that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
We lost who we were because the Most High God said He was going to cause us to discontinue from our heritage. That's why we call ourselves all these other nations, all these other names. Oh, it's still in? It's good.
What you want me to go to?
It's like Deuteronomy 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. And it reads, it says, and it shall come to pass, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and the statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So what? Okay, no, I'm thinking about that. Right, so he said that all these curses are going to come upon you. You know what I'm talking about? Until you be destroyed. So he said all these curses are going to come upon thee and overtake thee. So all these curses that we're going to read are going to happen to the people of this book. And we want to see who these people are. Go to 45.
This is the book. You got it? It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses we're going to read are going to come upon us and overtake us.
Till thou be destroyed.
When?
Till thou be destroyed. because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments,
What?
to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they should be upon thee
So all these curses that we're going to read are going to be upon the people
for a sign.
for a sign, right? You know that this is little Caesar because of the sign, correct? Right. You know that that's little food lion because of the sign, right? So these curses are going to be upon our people for a sign.
And for a wonder,
For a wonder, you're going to wonder, like, hold up, this sounds familiar.
and upon thy seed
How long?
forever.
How long?
Forever.
These curses are going to be upon us forever, okay? Go ahead, Ken.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. And it
No.
reads, Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another
I
people.
want you to go into movie mode. They show us what happened to our people, right? When we went on when we went into slavery, brother, what happened to our people? Matter of fact, let me get something very important first, because there was something that happened first, right? Matter of fact, go to Joel 3. I'm gonna show you a couple of things. Joel 3, you got me, King? You know what I'm doing? Watch this real quick. I'm gonna show you with the people that sold us to these people, right? Because they say Africans sold Africans, correct? Right. Well, Africans sold Israelites, right? I'm gonna show you.
You want me to go?
Joel 3 and lots.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon are these African nations, right? Go ahead.
And all the coast of Palestine.
All the coast of Palestine, right? Which is the Philistines was there.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly,
So this is the Most High God saying, will you render me a recompense? Well, if you recompense me,
swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
that's what they getting at today. But it's going to happen even worse, because we're going to get them. Okay.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Have you what?
Have ye sold unto the
Who are
Grecians?
the Grecians? Who are the Grecians? So-called white people, right? Go ahead.
Have ye sold unto the Grecians that ye might remove them far from their border?
Right, because we were removed far from our borders, right? Now let me show you. So they sold us, right? These nations got together. The Africans sold Israelites, not Africans, not Africans. They're not going to sold their own people.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Most High God said, the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. That word Egypt means something, right? Let's see what Egypt means. Do you know anything about Moses when he freed the Israelites out of Egypt? A little bit, right? You know, he said, let my people go, right? So he let them out. Watch this.
It's the book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 11. Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them, and dealt subtly with them, and brought them low with laboring and brick, and made them slaves.
Made them what?
And made them slaves.
So Egypt means slaves, okay? You don't want to do something like that. Okay. So we're going to say he brought them into Egypt again, or ships, or slavery again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ships. With ships.
How did our people get over here, King? With ships, right? They're slave ships. They had us packed in like sardines, defecating and all type of stuff on each other, right?
By the way whereof I sprinkled to thee,
Like the way I told you,
thou shalt see it no more
what's
again.
going to happen? You're not going to see that land no more.
And there
When you get there,
ye shall be
it shall be
sold.
what?
Ye shall be sold
What?
unto your
Your
enemies.
friends,
Unto your
your
enemies.
brothers,
Unto your enemies. For bondmen
slave men.
and bondwomen.
What?
And no man shall buy you.
So what happened when we got off the slave ship, brother? When we got off, when they took us and they sold it, when the Africans and all the people got the, matter of fact, Psalms 83 one more time, okay? Watch this.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 14. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them.
You heard that?
And he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them. And he sold them.
He what?
And he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies.
Right, you see that? What's this?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and verse 1. Keep not thy silence. Thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
So I want the thing I'm doing, right? I'm trying to work everything down. Walk everything down. How the Africans got together to sell us to put to the white man, right?
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy friends and thy what?
Thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Okay, you gotta get away
Brother,
from
the camera, brother.
the camera right there. You go and talk to her. He can talk to you, but
Yo, on the side.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
this is why we call ourselves African American, Black, Hispanic, or
I just came over here and see what my
Latino, or
brother
Native
was
American,
talking
because we don't know who we are according to the
What's your
Bible.
father's nationality?
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom.
The first one is the so-called white man, the pet tabernacle. Those are the Edomites that the Bible speak of.
And the Ishmaelites
Those are the Arabs,
Yes, he is an Israelite.
of Moab,
those are the Chinese,
Because you declare you
and the Hagarenes,
Africans,
right, because you follow
Jabal,
you were to take a
and
seed,
Ammon,
an apple seed, and plant it in.
and Amalek,
Amalek is the so-called Jewish people today.
What's it gonna grow?
the Philistines,
Philistines are Africans.
with the inhabitants
That's what we were just reading.
Speak. Say what you just said.
What they say, Tyre
If
and
you were to take an
Zidon.
apple seed, and plant it in Egypt.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
So these are the nations that all got together to sell us in slavery.
I'm
They
not
came together in
going
one
way
consent and
We
brought
need
us
to
into
see
slavery.
right
The
here.
Northern Kingdom first, because the
I
Hispanics
understand
and
what
the
you're
natives
saying.
went into captivity in
If you
1492,
speak
doing
the
around
truth
that time,
wherever you
right?
go.
And then
Truth
then
will
after
stay.
that, they came and got our
I
us,
don't
right
care
there.
where you go. And plant
So,
that seed.
Deuteronomy
You
28
speaking
and
the
verse
truth.
16.
Truth will stay. I just came over here and see what
Cursed shall thou be in the city,
We cursed in the city, brother.
If you were to
Give him
plant
toys.
We are.
and cursed shall thou be in the
You got
field.
toys?
We cursed in the city and the field. Were we cursed in the field? Yes, absolutely.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Because our sons and daughters given to another people. Remember, they took the sons and the daughters from their mothers and the father and shipped them all the way from Georgia to Virginia, to all over, right there,
That's
okay?
who we are.
And thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hands.
See that, brother? We had no might in our hands. You understand what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you know what I'm saying?
There was no might in our hands.
I know all that, but I ain't learned all
Verse
that.
45.
I know
Moreover,
about the truth.
Go to
If
37.
we need to start standing up with black
no,
people.
48.
That's right.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies with
you know,
which the
ain't
Lord
saying-
shall send against thee in hunger
Ain't saying
and in thirst.
So hunger, right? Who we go to? You got to go to Little Caesars. Do we own Little Caesars? Right.
And in
And
thirst.
thirst, right? We can't even use our faucet water. You can't even collect rainwater without getting taxed, right?
And in
And
nakedness.
the nakedness, do we own the textile companies that make clothes? Not at all, right? But we got to go to our enemies for water, food, and clothes.
And in want of all
You
things.
can't even get a birth certificate. You got to go to them for birth certificate and death certificate, driver's license, marriage, everything.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy
Hey,
neck.
brother, who had yokes of irons upon their necks? Our people, right? You know what's up.
Until he had destroyed thee.
Till what?
Until he had destroyed thee.
Because now, when he took them yokes off, we already destroyed. We'll fight for him before we fight for our own people.
That's all I'm saying.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's what the Bible said. That's what they taught us Christian insanity. I call it Christian insanity. That's white supremacy. This Bible don't have nothing to do with Christianity. I'm gonna tell you that
That's why
now.
we're out here.
They took a couple scriptures out of here in Paul and confused it all up. Right there, kid. Go to.
I know.
That's why we're out
54.
here, sister. We're waking our people up.
I want to show you who this stuff happened to.
We gotta make our people
Verse
realize
54.
what we need to be.
So that the man that is tender among you and very
Come
delicate his eye shall be evil
Love you,
toward
sister.
his
Love you
brother.
back.
Brother, do we have evil eye
Love you,
towards
love
each
you
other?
more.
Our people all the time, right? That's black on black crime all day long, right?
But would you see the so-called white man doing that too? No, there you go. There you go. His eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
So he shall what?
Which he shall leave.
Do our men do that? Leave the children and the woman? All the time, right? Right? That's our people. I'm just reading the Bible of what's going to happen. These are the signs that's going to happen to the people that's the true Israelites. Do the so-called Jewish people go through these situations right here? Who this stuff happen to? Our people, right? So if this happened to our people, then who are we? There you go, brother. We the Israelites of the Bible. You see, you really don't have to tell nobody. You can just read the curses and let the Bible speak. Because the Bible said, remember it said, read 46 one more time.
46. Verse 46. And they
All these curses, that's what he said,
and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
How long?
Forever.
You see what I'm saying, brother?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Where are people at, brother? Okay, right.
And they are for a prey, and none delivered,
They are for a prey and none deliverance.
for a spoil, and none shall restore.
And no say restore. That also go into Deuteronomy 28:68 when it says they shall be, and nobody shall what? Save them, right? To be redeemed. They're not going to be restored. That's what it means, right? Go ahead, King. Go to, get some more curses. 56. Watch this, brother.
Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot
Our women were spoiled. They were taken good care of, right?
upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness,
She's going to be delicate and tender.
her eye.
What?
Her eye shall be evil toward the husband.
A lot of times they so damn wicked, we leave because we can't deal with them. Right? He said, her eye shall be evil towards her husband,
Of her bosom, and toward her son,
and towards her son,
and toward her daughter,
and her daughter.
and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
What would she do? What she do with the young one that come out? She gets abortions. She killed the baby before he was here, right? Right? Go ahead.
And toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things.
She's going to kill her children, right? This also happened. Remember, these curses forever. This also happened when we was in Jerusalem, right? And they seized they seized Jerusalem. We couldn't eat or drink. They seized it, right? So we were actually starving, and just like it's going to happen again. You understand? They already getting control of the food and water. That's why they buying up all the farmland, and everything going to have to come through the government. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to have to go to them for everything, and that's how they're going to be able to use you to do whatever they want in a minute. They're going to control you with that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Every time you come outside, brother, you got to figure like, man, I hope I live today. When you were driving your car and you see them cops come behind you, you're like, oh man, I hope I can make it home today. You understand? Read that one more time, King.
It says, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
Right, because we don't have assurance of our life. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, King.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
In the morning, we like, man, I wish it was evening, right?
And at even thou shalt say, would God if it were morning.
Right? We go at evening, we go wish it was morning. Right?
For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
You see that, brother? We're going to always be fearing. You understand? So, brother, we want to know, who are you according to the Bible, brother? Or according to God. What do God call you? Deuteronomy 7:6. Hey, he called you an Israelite. You from the tribe of Judah, brother. Right? The same tribe Christ is from. How do Christ look? That's right. brother. Right? A lot of people, they know that, but then they still worship and deal with this dude. You know what I mean? They still believe in his doctrine. That God love everybody. That's what we do to them things, man. We stop on their images, because that's idolatry.
There's no way that they say he has skin the color of bronze.
Right.
And have wool.
Right.
White man.
Exactly. That's nowhere in the scriptures. That's God's enemies.
For sure.
That's in the scriptures. Right? Okay. Let my brother bring it on.
The book of Leviticus, I got to do it. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine.
What?
And the swine.
Brother, I hope you don't got no pork on that. Hey, brother, look, we laughing, but it's true, brother.
And the swine.
I'll give you a couple commandments, though, brother. It's one thing to know, right? But we also got to get these laws.
Hey, okay, I'll go back to the beginning. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying,
Who?
speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Verse 7. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
The pig, the pork.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
Hey, brother, get that to the heathens, man. It's not for us, right?
Of their flesh shall ye not eat,
He said, don't eat of their flesh.
and their carcass shall you not touch.
That boar's brush, throw that thing away.
Right? They are unclean to you.
They are what?
They are unclean to you. These shall you eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat.
So he's telling us what to eat in the seas. Fish with fins and scales. Not no shrimp, lobster, crab, catfish, none of that, right? Go ahead.
Right? And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination.
It should be what?
They shall be an abomination unto you. They shall even be an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall not have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you.
Abomination unto you, brother. Bring the fringes, right? Because look, you see this right here, brother? And every time you're about to eat that pork sausage, you should be thinking, this help you think of that. This is a reminder, like, man, I got to keep these commandments, man. Right there, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love.
We have to rebuke our brother. This is how you show love according to God. Open rebuke is better than secret love. So sometimes sometimes you got a good friend, you know what I'm saying? That's a good person, you know what I'm saying? And you don't really want to, that's my man, I don't want to tell him what's going on. Well, guess what? You hate your brother when you do that. And you're going to be put to death for the Most High God, because his blood is going to be upon you, according to Ezekiel 3.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. Throughout their generations.
You still generating, brother? Yes, right there.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments. Remember all the commandments.
Remember the commandments. You know when you're about to smash that girl that might be married to somebody else, and you got this shirt on, you like, I gotta get up out of here, man. I shouldn't even saw her nakedness. I'm out of here. You dirty dog, woman. Right? You gotta leave that thing alone, right?
That you remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
What?
And do them, and that ye may seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, which you used to go a whore.
Right, because we used to go horn after these other guys, man. These other guys, that God tell you can do whatever you want. He said, come as you are. The Most High God said, you better change or I'm going to put you to death. You know what I mean? Yeah, YOLO. That's that YOLO. Right, that's what they love, that YOLO thing, right? Right? So, brother, we teach our people that they are God's chosen people and they got to keep the commandments, brother. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're supposed to do. That's how you love your neighbor. All right? Hey, brother, give me, what's that? Ecclesiastes? I want to give you another one, brother. You got the card too, brother? Hey, get in touch with us, brother, because we're trying to build out here to wake our people up, all right? Okay, all praises. Yeah, I appreciate that.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right, because we got a conclusion of the whole matter. This is the conclusion of the whole matter, why we out here and all that. The reason why you're here is because of this right here.
Fear God.
He said what?
Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
The whole duty of man is to fear God and keep the commandments. If you don't fear him, he gonna put you to death. Straight up. Right? The God we serve say get down and lay down. He the true get down and lay down.
For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
The Most High gonna judge off the good and the evil, brother.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 111, and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
For you to get understanding of the Most High God, you gotta fear the Lord, right?
A good understanding have all they that do
what?
that do his commandments.
That's how we know. That's how we get it, brother. Right? Do you love God, brother? Bring that out, King. Right? How do we love God? How do we show we love God? Yes, brother. Know what's up, brother? That's it, brother. It's that easy. Come on. You know what I mean, brother? We gotta build up men because we're the gods of these nations. We're the gods, brother. We lost our power because we sin. Our people from back in Adam time, right? Psalms 82. Watch.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, and verse 6. I'll start at verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
This whole place is out of course. We have to put it back in course. Right? That's why we need real men behind here, bro. The men that been through shit, brother. You know what I mean? I'm not up here saying I've always been a saint. I was a drug dealer. I robbed you. You understand what I'm saying? This is what happened, brother. We got gangbangers out here, brother. His brothers did all type of stuff, brother. Right? We had to repent and come back to the Lord.
I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men.
Shall what?
Ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes.
Now we die like men, brother, because we not like that no more. We're trying to get that back again, brother. We get that spirit, we get filled with that Holy Spirit, brother, in you. Then this is the beginning of being a new person, brother. You got to come back to the Lord and start Isaiah 28, right? It's all over again, brother. You got to come back to the Lord, brother. Isaiah 28 and 9. Right?
Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 9. And it reads, whom shall he teach knowledge?
Right, so the Most High God said, whom shall he teach knowledge?